Hey, this your man Doc Love, back with another relationship tip. Now I want to tell you my story called The Shepherd and the Sheep. This is my version, so just flow with me. Now, back in biblical days, there were shepherds and sheep, and the shepherd's job was to tend to the sheep, take care of the sheep, make sure their needs are met, and also to lead the sheep to greener pastures when need be, right? Now, just as it would be with any situation where you have plenty of sheep, you're going to have a couple of sheep that tend to want to go their own way. They may not like the speed with which the shepherd wants to go, or they may think that they are smarter than the shepherd and they know better, or they may think that there's a different path or a better path that they can go on that the shepherd is not leading them on, right? Now, to that, of course, this puts the shepherd in a perplexing, confusing situation. Do I take care of the sheep that's here for me to take care of, the ones that understand why I'm here and have no problem with my leadership and me guiding them on the path that is best? Or do I go after the wayward sheep, the sheep that put upon themselves to say, okay, I want to go a different route, I want to do it my way, and I just think that it's better than what the shepherd has got going on. Now, of course, the shepherd can go and look after those wayward sheep and maybe, let's say, make sure that they're okay. But the problem with that can be that the sheep might say, hey, shepherd, I need you to knock back some brush because we can't get through this very thick brush that's here. Or we may need you to knock down a path because we don't see a path in front of us. Or we might be afraid of some larger animals that's here to attack us. And we need you to make sure that you fend them off so that we can go on our way. Unfortunately, though, for the shepherd, this is not going to lead those sheep to come back to the flock and be with the rest of the flock. So now you take care of their needs, and then they say, okay, thank you, shepherd. We got it from here. You can move on now. So I say this to my men especially, that there are women that understand that you are the leader and they understand your leadership roles and they respect that. There are women that have no problem with you being what you're supposed to be and knowing how to guide the situation in a way that is going to be and need to be guided. There are women that don't have a problem with the speed with which you move, especially if they know that you're being guided by higher power or being guided by your God. So understand that you can go and try to take care of the wayward sheep, the sheep that wanted to go their own way. But oftentimes those sheep are not going to appreciate your leadership or your guidance or the things that you bring to the table. They just need you to take care of a couple of their needs so that they can move on and be able to have a clearer path. Unfortunately, while you're doing that, the sheep that's here, that waiting for your guidance, that's depending on you to get them to greener pastures, that's looking for you to do the role that you need to do, are sitting here waiting. They're sitting here wondering, why are you taking so much time with the wayward sheep instead of tending to the good sheep that's here, that sees who you are, that knows what your role is, that respects your role, that appreciates your role, that says, I don't want your role. I like my role and I like you to do your role. And they're going to follow you. So to my fellas, please understand, don't get this thing twisted. You could go and try to help those wayward sheep, but oftentimes it's going to fall on deaf ears as far as being able to help them in a long time standing. Meanwhile, the sheep that want your support, that need you to be the man that you need to be and be the shepherd that you need to be to guide them in the way that you're supposed to, which is through God into them, are wondering why are you taking so much time over here when we're waiting and we respect you and see who you are. So to my fellas, listen, it's best that you find the sheep that's best for you, the ones that respect you, understand who you are, appreciates your role, have no problem with your role, and has no problem with your leadership. That's my sheep and shepherd story.